Welcome to Fear and a Handful of Dust.
Alright, we are going to try this custom map that Piper found on one of the Minecraft forums. Obviously, it's as Lizzie said, it's called Fear and a Handful of Dust. I'm going to give the rules to everybody. You have to stay within the bedrock wall, at least until you've completed the main storyline. I don't see a bedrock wall yet, but I'm sure we will. You're welcome to break mine blocks. However, I hope you respect the storyline and don't break down man-made structures like steel doors unless the story justifies it. You are free to craft anything you like. You are free to burn or explode anything you like. Only use mods and texture packs that are realistic, which is not an issue for us. Only count records from checkpoint chests in your final score, not dungeons. We'll get to that, I think, later. Recommend that you listen to the audio narrative. Not really an issue for us. And you can play on any difficulty setting, but as you listen to the main storylines, it will recommend changing difficulty, so we'll do that. So you may find yourself running low on inventory space. Feel free to create a base camp where you can store your records and other items. So I guess the records are kind of like scoring points, and he puts them in the ground here to kind of keep them out of the way. So here's what he says about that. As you play through this map, you will come across checkpoints that are intended to guide you through the main storyline or provide you with side quests. All checkpoints consist of a jukebox and chest in the ground. I tried to make them inconspicuous so that they do not interfere with the visual landscape. This does mean that some of them may be overlooked if you aren't paying attention. It's part of the challenge. Inside of each checkpoint chest will be a record and a pile of sand. Records represent your score. Gold records are used for 13 main storyline checkpoints. Green records indicate 18 side quest checkpoints. So there's 13 records that are gold, and there's 18 records that are green for side quests. The number of sand blocks tell you which narrative chapter to listen to. Any records found in non-checkpoint chests, dungeons for example, should not be counted in your final score. Sand does not need to be kept once you have listened to the chapter. Alright, does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
So if we go over here, I'm assuming that there's one block of sand and one record. So you guys, somebody needs to hold on to the record. The sand's not really important, but the sand means that we're at chapter 1.
I think there's another one over here as well.
I'm gonna get this sand.
All right, what about
there are 5 sand over there, so presumably that's chapter 5.
Yeah, so let's worry about chapter 1 here. Alright, now let me give you chapter 1.
Chapter 1, Big Winds Mesa. I recommend you playing this section on peaceful difficulty. Upon their 16th naming day, youths of the tribe are sent to Big Winds Mesa to fast and meditate. Those who will become warriors have visions, and few may return with a spirit companion. Others do not return. They disappear into the western sands. You have spent 3 days on Big Winds Mesa without food or water. Staring into the fire, the words of Chief Red Cloud echo in your memory.
Albarel, son of my son, child of Meredith Rising Moon, Albarel of the two peoples, raised to know the ways of both people, now seeks to become man in the eyes of our tribe. Open your heart and mind to the spirits. 3 handfuls of angered earth to feed the flames. Pass through the fire and into the spirit world. Take nothing with you. In the spirit world you face several trials, but be vigilant, and do not be tempted from your path. Keep watch for sign of your spirit companion. Every man's vision is his own. I cannot guide you further.
You have prepared yourself as Red Cloud instructed. For 3 days you fasted and dug a deep pit. At sundown you remove your leathers and toss 3 handfuls of red powder into the flames. The powder gives off an acrid smoke that seems to scratch its way into your eyes and lungs. Your mind wanders again, until you notice a strange hum fill your mind and a purple color dances among the flames. Enter the fire and begin your journey.
Alright, so it looks like you guys are ready to go on your quest, your spirit quest. Be very careful and head on down into the nether.
I'm not going first.
Remember, there's no monsters.
Ooh.
Oh no! Oh dear. Oh wow. Oh, the nether's really nice when there's no monsters.
Alright, so looks like there's another record in chapter 2.
Who's holding the records?
Oh, did anybody take the record from before?
Nobody has yet in this one. Did somebody not pick up the previous one?
Oh no, it's gonna. I'm probably gonna die quite a few times in this, so I better not have it.
Alright, Leo, you're the bandit. You can steal the records. Alright, so here's chapter 2.
Your vision swims in a whirl of purple light, and you feel as though you are flipped inside out through your navel. Even before your vision clears, you hear an ethereal voice.
Come see now an infant, crawling on hand and knee. The desert devours his path with sand and wind. This one must not look back, where there is no trail. This one must choose to walk in the footsteps of his ancestors. This is your first trial.
A thin path of sand stretches out before you through a hellish world. After studying the grains, you can just make out footprints leading forward.
Big feet. Blunders like buffalo at waterhole.
Oh, here's 3 blocks of sand.
Okay. Is it up here in the air? Alright, let me kind of sneak around here a little bit.
Chapter 3. The Sacrifice of the Earth.
Comes ye now a boy with the power to create, but the need to destroy. The earth gives of itself, but he must not waste any portion of this precious sacrifice. A boy must arm himself and ferry the bones of his ancestors lost back to the waking world. This is your trial.
The land here is twisted and incomprehensible. In a low cave, a sickly tree trunk stands before you, yet at its heart beats a seed of hope. Tear down the tree and construct a bow. You must use all materials that you find. Nothing can be wasted. Then take the bones of your ancestors and carry them. Do not convert them into bone meal.
Let's break down this tree now. Should I break it down?
Go ahead. Just make sure we don't lose anything.
Oh, this is good. I'll make us some bone arrows. I'll make us a bow and arrow. I need a workbench. Oh yeah, wood.
Don't forget, in this one chest is 3 sticks and the bones.
I can make a bow and arrow.
Alright, and then down here we'll do chapter 4. As soon as
got my bow, now I'm gonna make some arrows.
So you got to use everything you can. Nothing can be wasted.
I want to carry the bones of our ancestors. Ooh, I should make an... Well, I can't.
You got everything?
Yeah, I got everything.
Alright, so down here is the next... Whoa! The next point.
Chapter 4. The Symbol of Evil.
Comes ye now a man to accept destiny. Destroy the symbol of evil and return to the land of the living. This is your test.
Across a gap is a vision that fills your empty stomach with a cold, clenching sensation. You stand there for an unknowable amount of time trying to make sense of it. A geode of oily rock gives off uneven pulses of sickly light. At its center is an undulating rip in the air, something between a rain-washed window looking down on a street below and the heat-warped air over the sun-baked lands. Through this shimmering window you see an enormous skeleton, the sun-washed bones of some nightmare creature. Fire your weapon at the vision to complete your quest, then return to the waking world and use your sand to douse the flames.
So I shoot my arrows. Shot the arrows.
Nice.
Now are we supposed to jump?
I think we're supposed to head back the way we came, back to the portal, because it said return to the land of the living, and chapter 5 was right near where we started.
I'm there. Let's go.
And then we're supposed to have sand to destroy the fire.
Whee! What a lovely day. Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
That's my line.
You were on fire. I had to say it for you. You right there, buddy?
Alright, and since we're on peaceful, fire really shouldn't hurt too much, but we're supposed to douse this. And so whoever has sand...
I picked up a bunch of it from just then.
Alright.
Fists for the win.
Water.
Alright, so chapter 5.
Chapter 5. Spirit Companion. Upon returning to the waking world, you toss handfuls of sand on the campfire. As the flames die, so too does the purple connection to the spirit world. You have passed your tests, but now your true journey begins. There is a piece of paper tucked among your sleeping furs. The letter reads,
Albarel, it has been many moons since you went to Big Winds Mesa, and I fear you may never read this, but I must warn you should you find this letter. There is corruption in the land. Your mother's people have not heeded our warning. They cut deeply into the earth and take from her without offering. Our people no longer safe here. We have heard the angry earth rumbling, and scouts warn of strange creatures in the night. It is time for me to lead my people out of this land, Albarel. It falls to you. Your mother raised you as a boy among the white men. You have seen their greed, but now you are man and a warrior of my tribe. You must stop the white man from their action and set right what has been damaged. If you are able to heal the wound, we will return. Albarel, this is why you have been allowed to seek your vision quest, to save both peoples.
The sun climbs across the sky as you reread the letter. A harsh bark comes from the pit nearby. Could this be your spirit companion that Red Cloud mentioned? Tame the wolf, then follow the footprints south until you find the railroad. Continue east back towards your hometown.
You're supposed to tame the wolf, follow the footprints south until you find the railroad, then continue east back to town. Follow the footprints south. So you guys think you know where the footprints are?
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys brought some water.
This is hot out here.
Ooh.
Oh god, mine just died. Oh.
This is really cleverly done.
It's very hot.
Are they thingies?
Construction materials, property of telegraph company. So there's a few things in there. I looked at it that way everybody can see on the video. All right, I do not see but any
I'll take an iron axe.
I do not see any I don't see any markers here, so remember
Head east, he said.
Yep.
Oh, there's a house over there.
So head east into town. I like the poles, like the telegraph poles next to the railroad.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I think if we would have been running Mo Monsters and doing the single player, we would see a bunch of animals and things out here.
Are we supposed to be doing that if it was single player?
I don't know. I'm just seeing a lot of things coming up saying piglets, wolves, lambs, and I'm assuming that's Mo creatures.
Number 6.